Thank you. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Thank y'all for being here in Baton Rouge at your capital. It's a pleasure to be here with you so that I can extend my voice to all those others showing their appreciation for you and your industry and what it means to Louisiana. The importance of the energy sector cannot be overstated. For decades, the oil and gas industry has been essential to our citizens, to our state, and to our nation, and it will continue to be that way for as long as any of us can see into the future. And as you know, the energy sector helps Louisiana generate jobs for our citizens. And as we continue to grow opportunities for the next generation of skilled workers, we're also contributing to the success of the families they support. Now, I know that the pressures of the oil and gas industry from low prices is staggering. Not only is it detrimental to our economy, it's devastating to our hardworking citizens. It makes it harder for the industry to be profitable. Unprofitable industries obviously are not hiring, so that's a problem for all of us. Which is why when I inherited the largest budget deficit in the history of the state and called a special session in order to raise revenue to stabilize our government, I did not propose a single measure targeted at the oil and gas industry, because I know that now is not the time to do that. And while I did call for shared sacrifice and continue to believe in that concept, I know that now is not the time to try to extract more revenue from this particular industry. Now, I will tell you, I'm not trying to grow government in the state of Louisiana. For a continuation budget, meaning to provide the exact same services, or trying to provide the exact same services for the year that starts July 1st, we needed to raise revenue, because when I came into office, we were $2 billion short. That is with a B. That doesn't account for inflation. There's no additional money for K through 12 schools. There's no merit raises for state employees. That's strictly a continuation budget in the strictest sense. Now, there are those who will tell you, in fact, you just heard from one of them, we don't have a revenue problem. We've got a spending problem. That is partly true, because we spend too much money through our tax code. That's money that we never collect, but it is spending. It's called tax expenditures, and I agree with that. But we also have a revenue problem. In fact, I just told you, the largest budget deficit in the history of our state. I didn't imagine that. That's what the Revenue Estimating Conference came out with. Now, you just heard someone talk about how Medicaid fraud is costing our state a lot of money, because we got people on Medicaid going to emergency rooms trying to get treated for acne. Well, let me tell you, we deliver Medicaid services now through managed care organizations. These are private insurance companies. They are paid per member, per month amounts, premiums, to take care of those people. The risk of Medicaid fraud is not on the state of Louisiana, it's on those managed care organizations. Their profits go down when those people do that. And that's why they're supposedly managing people's health care, redirecting the people who they are taking care of inside their MCOs to primary care physicians and away from emergency rooms. So I doubt that it's much of a problem. But the one thing I can assure you is, if it is a problem, it's a problem for the MCOs, it's not a problem for the state of Louisiana. And so when people get up here and they try to deliver these bromides and say things that just sound good in order to capture your attention, you ought to insist that they be accurate. Could not be more inaccurate than to get up here and to tell you what you just heard. So we ought to do better. And the political discourse in Louisiana ought not to look like that coming out of Washington, just like we ought to expect Congress to do better than it's currently doing. So I'm here with you today to tell you I appreciate your industry. I'm looking forward to better days for your industry and for the state. The two are inextricably linked together. And I'm going to do everything I can as governor to stabilize this state, put us on a path towards greater prosperity for all, so that our children and grandchildren will have a state that is worthy of them, a state that is not failing them. I ran for governor for a number of reasons, but chief among them is this. If we have children in Louisiana who are deciding they want to leave our state to have a better future, to get a good education, find a rewarding job or a good career, God bless them. But if we have children in Louisiana deciding they have to leave for those reasons, we are failing them. We are failing too many of our kids today. And if we don't pull up out of this nosedive, stabilize the state of Louisiana, and start improving the way that we strategically reinvest in critical institutions to afford more opportunity in Louisiana, we are going to fail too many more. As your governor, I am not going to allow that to happen. And if we need new revenue to stabilize those institutions, I will ask for it. And no, this is not the way I wanted to start off being governor. In fact, I would prefer not to do it at any time as governor. But to ignore reality is to ensure that we continue on the same path, and I refuse to do that. We can never be in the business of guaranteeing equality of outcomes, but we better be in the business of in Louisiana of guaranteeing equality of opportunity. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you. I asked people of Louisiana for over 2 years, as I went to every nook and cranny, every corner of this state, for votes and prayers. I'm standing before you because I got enough votes. But we can never have enough prayers, not just for me, but for our state and all of our leaders. And so I would ask you to continue to pray for me and for all of us so that together we can chart a new and a better path forward, one that is worthy of our people. God bless you. Thank you very much.